Hey everyone, it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of Dandelion Wishes brought to you. This is Jiyeon's route, and this is part 4. The next cutscene is on December 15th. I can't believe that the weekend is already here. I have a bunch of laundry piled up, waiting to be washed. Jihae usually washes Jiyeon's laundry, but Jihae was very busy these days. I heard that he's gotten a part-time job as a model. It hasn't been long since he came to this world, but he already has a part-time job. He's adapting very well. My pet, a model. I felt a bit proud.
누나!
응? I turned around and saw Jiyeon beaming at me.
누나를 위해 준비한 게 있지롱.
Jiyeon had his hands behind his back with his eyes twinkling. For me?
정말?
I smiled in spite of myself. I wasn't really expecting anything, but I was curious at what he was hiding behind him. Jiyeon continued to grin broadly.
보여줘, 궁금해.
누나가 나한테 상냥하게 대해줘서 보답하는 거니까 아무 말 말고 받아줘야 해.
After that, he presented what he had been hiding. It was a box wrapped in pretty paper. Pink ribbon. How cute. What could be inside?
뜯어봐도 돼?
This gift box looks very fancy. I untied the ribbon and lifted the lid off the box.
우와.
This is...
여기 여자들은 이런 거에 껌뻑 넘어간다고 토끼가 그러더라고.
It's a designer label bag. How did he buy something so expensive?
마음에 들어?
It's not a matter of liking it or not, it's...
어떻게 이렇게 비싼 걸?
It should be at least over $1,000. I know that. Mom has a bag from this brand. I've never had such an expensive brand name bag before.
놀랐지. 셔플라이죠. 따따따따따따따따따따따따따따.
너 돈이 어디서 났어?
How did he afford this? Does he have a job that I'm not aware of?
그건 비밀.
지연아, 마음은 기쁘지만
I'm actually confused rather than pleased. It doesn't really make me happy.
이제 누나가 있으니까 아르바이트 같은 건 그만둬버려.
Suddenly, I remembered the bag that the woman had. Is he receiving money from her? If not, another woman? Who did he deceive? Did he tell a lie again? I don't need this kind of thing.
누나, 마음에 안 들어?
I never expected to receive such an expensive bag from you. What I expected was...
치, 토끼 그 멍청이. 누나는 가방 안 좋아할지도 모른다고 내가 말했는데도 뭐? 여기 여자들은 명품백이면 넘어가는 법이라고 헛소리했어.
Looking disappointed, Jiyeon blamed Jiwoo.
누나, 마음에 안 들면 다른 걸로 사줄까?
지연아.
응?
He's thinking that I don't like the bag. How should I say it? What can I say to...
딱 이 정도 관계가 좋아.
What Jiyeon said is preventing me from saying anything. If I try to approach him, I might cross a line that I shouldn't. It seems that Jiyeon had drawn a fine line between us that I shouldn't cross. I had no idea what to say. I had so many questions to ask, but I could not say anything. I want to become closer to him, and I want to ask why he's doing this, why he's lying and deceiving people. I can help you if you're having some trouble, so tell me everything. I want to say those words, but I can't.
뭐 마음에 안 들면 돈으로 바꾸던가 해 누나. 시내 백화점에서 샀거든.
I really don't need this kind of bag. In fact, it makes me feel as if Jiyeon thinks that I'm equal to that woman, and I don't like it.
누나?
Jiyeon stared at me, blinking his big eyes.
누나, 괜찮아? 자,
Jiyeon handed me something.
귤?
He put an orange into my hand and smiled at me.
우울할 때는 귤이 최고야.
Oddly, his bright smile made my heart ache.
미안. 다음엔 좀 더 누나가 좋아할 만한 선물을 고를게.
While I was tongue-tied, Jiyeon apologized with an innocent-looking face. I wanted to say something, but I didn't, as I was afraid that I would cross the line. And I'll be skipping up ahead. So Jiyeon is the only one of the 5 guys that you don't get a Christmas cutscene with. The next cutscene is on December 31st.
토끼는 채식하는 거 모르냐 이 바보야? 상식이 없어.
Jiwoo grumbled about the dinner menu. I prepared beef steak for dinner, but only the rabbits were home.
토끼들은 상추랑 고추를 먹으면 되잖아.
I pointed to the vegetables on the table.
고기 반찬을 하면서 양배추 샐러드도 준비 안 했어. 에디, 포크.
다치지 않게 조심하세요.
지수랑 지연이는?
그 귤 좋아하는 고양이는 아직 샤워 중인 것 같습니다.
바보 고양이는 아직 안 들어왔고.
The rabbits only munched on vegetables without touching the steak at all. The main menu is beef, but no one's eating it. It made me feel a bit disappointed.
야 귤킬러, 빨리 와서 이거 먹어. 보기만 해도 징그럽네.
Jiwoo shouted at Jiyeon, who just stepped out of the bathroom.
어? 우와, 웬 소고기?
Jiyeon opened his eyes widely.
이거 한우라서 맛있대.
근데 야채는?
The salad bowl was completely empty.
잘 먹었습니다, 아가씨.
다 먹었어. 대체 고기를 얼마나 산 거야? 야만인들 이런 걸 먹다니.
너 자꾸 누나한테 대들면 내가 다음에 토끼고기 사올 거야.
The 3 froze like rabbits caught in the headlights. Rabbit meat. The 3 rabbits stood up quietly and got out of the kitchen. Are the rabbits quite terrified of cats? Anyway, it's not good to threaten them like that.
고기 비싸지 않았어, 누나? 오늘 무슨 날이야?
무슨 날이긴. 그냥
I didn't tell them what I had in my mind.
나 소고기 엄청 좋아하는데.
잘 됐네.
Jiyeon sat on a chair and picked up a fork.
혹시 그때 그것 때문은 아니지?
응?
아무것도 아니야.
Jiyeon picked up a piece of meat with his fork and then put the fork down. What's wrong with him?
지연아, 왜 안 먹?
그때 보고 있었잖아, 누나.
Jiyeon was no longer smiling. That time?
그때라니?
그때 커피숍에서 다 보고 있었잖아. 그리고 저번에 동네 앞에서도 나 보고 있었고.
How does he know?
누나, 나 때문에 이러지 않아도 돼.
Jiyeon still wasn't smiling. It's true that Jiyeon's comment about the steak kept lingering in my mind. I didn't want him to lie to others, to eat something that he wants. So I prepared it myself. He's never told me what he likes except oranges.
나한테 신경 쓰지 않아도 된다고.
What does he mean? My pet is begging for food outside. How can I not care?
난 단지
The image of Jiyeon lying to others popped into my mind.
네가 밖에서 거짓말하는 모습이
I honestly told him how I've been feeling.
필요한 게 있으면 내가 도와줄 수 있을지도 모르잖아. 아니면 최소한
At least, can't you tell me why you're acting that way? We've been living together as a family for several months already.
누나, 내가 말했잖아. 나는 이대로가 좋다고. 누나랑 이대로 있는 게 좋다고. 분명히 말했잖아, 내가.
Jiyeon looked at me.
그러니까 더는 그렇게 몰래 지켜보고 그러지 마. 다음엔 화낼지도 몰라.
To be fair, she didn't really follow you into the coffee shop. That was just a coincidence.
지연아,
I was about to apologize for my actions when Jiyeon jumped up from his seat. And he walked out of the kitchen. He didn't take a single bite of the food. That made me become even sadder. It's not about Jiyeon not eating what I prepared for him. It's about
그래.
him not telling me anything. I hate this. I at least don't want to be a stranger to Jiyeon. Even if Jiyeon continues to reject me, I'm concerned about him. I can't understand these feelings of mine. But I felt that I just can't leave Jiyeon like this. I want to talk to him. But am I asking for too much?
웬 고기 냄새야?
I heard the door open and Jisoo taking off his shoes.
야, 너 어디 가냐?
Jiyeon passed him and went outside without replying.
녀석이 인사도 안 하냐?
I heard Jisoo approaching the kitchen.
와, 소고기다.
Oh my god. Jisoo immediately sat on a chair and grabbed a fork.
왜 이렇게 음식을 많이 했어? 야채는 토끼들이 다 먹고 갔나 보네. 어? 지연이 녀석은 안 먹었어?
입맛이 없나 봐.
Jisoo looked at me as he picked up his fork.
지연이 쟤 무슨 일 있냐? 인사도 없이 휙 나가버리네.
I could say nothing.
야, 혹시 너 지연이가 소고기 좋아한다고 생각했던 거냐?
뭐?
아줌마들하고 있을 때 들었잖아. 지연이가 소고기 먹은 지 100만 년은 된 것 같다고 거짓말하던 거.
Right. Jisoo was there with me at that time.
너 바보구나.
I wanted to argue back, but I couldn't. Did I really do something dumb? Maybe I shouldn't have meddled in Jiyeon's business. Whether he begs, whether he tells likes other girls, I'm not sure about that one. Whatever he does outside, Jiyeon didn't want me to be involved at all.
미련한 고양이 같으니 그냥 귤이나 줘. 뭐하러 비싼 거 사다 먹여?
Jisoo began to eat what's left on the table vigorously.
이런 건 내가 다 먹어줄게. 먹는 거에 대해선 걱정하지 마.
That made me feel a little better. Is he trying to cheer me up?
밥주인, 기운 내라고. 어?
Yes, he is.
응. 고마워.
I smiled as if everything was alright.
누누이 말하지만 고양이는 원래 그런 동물이야. 나 빼고 다 나쁜 고양이라고.
Right.
지연이 걔 단순한 거 같잖아. 실제로는 안 그래.
I took the empty dishes to the sink, listening to what Jisoo was saying.
밥주인, 그 모습에 넘어가면 안 돼. 그 아줌마들처럼.
That startled me a bit.
너무 친해지지 마. 지연이랑은.
왜 그런 말을 하는 거야?
난 그냥
Jisoo stared at my eyes.
네가 상처받지 않길 바라니까.
But I can't help it. I wanted him to like the food that I made for him. I thought that if I made him decent food, he wouldn't lie to that woman and to everyone else. I had expected something to change.
밥주인, 힘들면 나도 있다는 거 잊지 마.
뭐?
아니 뭐. 내가 있으니까 힘들면 나한테 기대. 난 언제든 환영이야.
It's really nice of him to offer, but depend on him? Jisoo and I aren't that close. Still, he was concerned about me.
응. 고마워.
Jisoo smiled when I expressed my gratitude. Jisoo's smiling face continued to remind me of Jiyeon. He seemed a bit upset. Is he alright? So at this point, from now until the next cutscene, every time you're in the house and you see Jiyeon, if you try to talk to him, he's very cold towards you. And he'll leave without being very nice. So I'm just going to skip to the next cutscene. And the next cutscene is on January 17th. After Jiyeon's steak incident, I decided not to pay attention to Jiyeon's affairs. As I paid more attention, I felt that I would grow further apart from him.
오늘 추워지니까 따뜻하게 입고 가.
I spoke to Jiyeon, who was tying his shoelaces, but he still bothers me. I couldn't help but to think about the time that he lied to the others. Jiyeon glanced at me and smiled,
다녀올게 누나.
and he just left. When will he come back today? Once he goes outside, he'll become the Jiyeon that I'm not familiar with. Someone completely different. I felt mixed emotions. The more I thought about it, the more it saddened me. Before he became a human, Jiyeon was my cute, cuddly kitty. Things would be simpler if everything went back to how they were then.
어,
There was something on the floor. An orange-colored wallet with a cat face drawn on it. It's Jiyeon's wallet. He must have dropped it. I began to put my shoes on to chase after Jiyeon when I suddenly stopped myself. Wait, what could be inside? No, I shouldn't be thinking about that. But it bothers me. There might be a phone number of the person who's taking care of Jiyeon, or something relevant to that. I knew that I shouldn't be doing this, but after looking around and checked that no one was around, I opened up the wallet. There were $200 bills and $500 checks in the wallet. Where did he get those from? Is it from that woman?
이건...
And there was also an old photograph. There was an old woman with a benign smile in the picture. The woman had a pair of cat ears on her head. It's a picture from their world. Who is she? His grandmother? Or just someone whom he knew? And is this picture taken from the world that Jiyeon came from? Startled at the sound of the door opening, I almost fell backwards. Jiyeon was breathing heavily as if he ran all the way home.
그거
Jiyeon looked at the wallet I was holding with a surprised look on his face.
저기...
I could not find any excuses. I knew I shouldn't have taken a look at it, but I did.
돌려줘 당장.
At Jiyeon's intimidating tone of voice, I held out the wallet and the picture with trembling hands. Jiyeon snatched them away and checked the wallet inside out. It was as if he was checking to make sure that nothing was damaged.
남의 물건 함부로 보는 취미가 있었어?
After checking the wallet, he glared at me. My body stiffened. Jiyeon is glowering at me. He's never been like this before. The fact both shocked and scared me.
미안해.
Despite my apology, Jiyeon scowled at me even more intensely. And he's intimidating me.
내가 상관하지 말랬잖아!
Jiyeon shouted in a loud voice. I felt as if my heart was being torn. I did not mean to make him angry.
남의 물건 훔쳐보는 게 재미있어? 내가 지갑에 얼마 가지고 다닌지 궁금해? 내가 누구 만나고 다닌지 그렇게 궁금해? 이제는 사진 내는 사람도 궁금해하겠네?
그런 거 아니야.
I was just worried about Jiyeon. I know that my actions are wrong, but
그러면 왜 밖에서 난 몰래 지켜보고 내가 좋아하는 음식 멋대로 정해서 만들어 놓고 내 물건 왜 건드리는 건데?
I could not answer. Jiyeon's eyes terrified me that I could not even look at them. I felt as if I was choking.
왜 대답을 못해? 내가 신경 쓰여? 애교 좀 부렸다고 내가 누나 좋아하는 줄을 착각했던 거 아니야?
미안해.
I shouted, unable to bear the situation.
지갑을 본 건 정말 미안해. 미안해 정말.
I felt as if the emotions that I've been suppressing would spill out at any moment.
변명이 될지는 모르겠지만 난 걱정이 돼서 그랬어.
I was continuously bothered. Because I wanted to believe that the Jiyeon that I know is who you really are.
넌 나한테 항상 밝게 웃어주니까.
I liked Jiyeon's bright smile. I liked Jiyeon, who was always cheerful and smiled brightly. I wanted to believe that that's the real Jiyeon. and I didn't want Jiyeon to lie outside of home.
너랑 가까워졌다고 생각해서 그래서 난 네가 걱정이 돼서.
I rambled on. I was trembling so much that I didn't even know what I was saying. I looked at Jiyeon in front of me, hoping that he would at least know a little bit of how much I care about him.
그래?
Jiyeon sneered. I'd tell him the truth, and yet Jiyeon does not care whether I'm worried about him or not. And that breaks my heart. I felt as if he was trampling on me.
미안해.
I shouldn't have peered into his wallet. Jiyeon made it clear that there is a boundary between us, and he told me not to come any closer.
누나가 왜 내 걱정을 해? 누나가 뭔데?
Jiyeon's words pierced me like an arrow. Are we really nothing? That can't be true. When we think about the times that we spent together, we can't just be nothing.
누나랑 나는 아무 사이도 아니야. 그깟 하찮은 동정심 때문에 내 인생에 참견하려고 하지 마. 역겨워지니까.
It's not sympathy. These feelings, they're nothing like that. Why? Why do you resist me trying to get closer to you? The slamming sound of the door echoed in the whole house. Why is Jiyeon rejecting me so much? Why? And I'm going to end it here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you want to see more, just click the links at the top and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.